Hi everyone, I'm Jay,
I'm Colin.
and this is Star Wars Conversations.
Yay.
How's it going, Colin?
Good, very good. Super excited today because we have an amazing guest with us
We
today. We
do.
have the
He's the big
wonderful
cheese.
The big cheese, the big kahuna, the grand poobah, Darrell Taylor, king of Taylor Network. Hello, Darrell.
Hello, my subjects. Hello.
Oh. It's very kind of you to grace us with your presence. We do appreciate it. What brings you to our wonderful podcast today? Anything in particular you want to get off your chest?
Uh,
It wasn't something to do with go trek yourself, was it? No? No, okay.
no. Go check yourself. No, you just don't believe those accents are real. You just think you do
Yeah, we
that.
noticed that.
You just think you do that just for the women to love it. That's all.
Hey,
You
that's
think you
right,
just
man.
fake it.
We put on an English accent, that's what it
Uh,
is.
yeah, I know. I knew that's what it was. I knew exactly what it was. We saw right through it.
So
We,
yeah, so let's just mention Go Check Yourself. It's now back. It's
yes.
all ready for the new season of
Yeah.
Star Trek Discovery.
It's a couple days. Couple days.
Yeah. So
I'm
didn't
looking forward
JK
to
go
that.
to the JK went to the premiere, didn't he, or something last night? Is that right?
Yes, he did, and he hit me up at probably 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 in the morning because LA time is different
Mm-hmm.
to tell me how much he enjoyed it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay.
good.
He
That's
actually
good
went this
news.
time then.
Yeah,
Did-
he actually went this time. He actually went, and he got to pee in between. Let me see. Who did he say he peed in between? I think it was. I think it was the doctor from Voyager. Let me see. What did he
oh,
say? Yeah, he met some people.
the
Well,
holographic piss.
He was only a
d-
hologram, so it's not a problem.
oh yeah, that's
Pete
what he
through him.
does. That's yeah, Robert Picardo. He peed in front of Robert Picardo and Bill Nye.
Oh, that's cool.
Bill Nye, I think the science guy.
That's
I think he
great,
peed
yeah.
between them. Yeah, and he had small talk with Nana Visitor as well.
Wow,
Oh,
cool.
I love her.
You
I
met her,
love
didn't you,
Uh,
her.
Colin?
I did meet her. She was really so nice. Such a
yeah,
lovely.
she's great, and of course he didn't, get them for the show or anything because
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
you
oh.
know,
man.
he's
He,
no
he,
help.
I've got to say
no.
that I'm glad that he enjoyed it because I'm really looking forward to this one. So it's good
Me
to get
too.
feedback from him like that.
Yeah.
Me too. I didn't
Yeah.
want to hear it at 3 in the morning when he texted me, but I, I
Oh,
mean, but that's fine. But that's fine. I'd rather wake up to good news than
Yeah,
not.
oh.
definitely.
I don't
So
want to wake up to Orville is better.
I haven't watched any of that yet. I'm hearing bad things about it, but I still want to check it out.
It's not bad. You know what it is? Orville is like, what if we gave you a lot of money and we just let you do your own fanfic version of Star Trek? That's
Right.
basically what it is. But you
Okay.
can't use the names. You can't use the same names. You can't have the same exact things. You got to
Hmm.
come up with something that's Trek like, but
I
but
think
not.
a lot of the bad things that I've been hearing about it is because it's Seth MacFarlane and people wanted to get his Family Guy type of humor in there, and it
And
doesn't
it ain't
quite
in it.
have that. That's it.
And it
And
ain't
and
in
I
it.
guess that's
And
your first thought, isn't it? When you know it's going to be a
right,
comedy,
right.
he's in it, it must be that humor, and then it's not. So I guess that's
And I
why a
bet
lot of
they
people go in
sold it.
expecting the wrong thing.
Yeah. And I think that so he probably got he only probably got the show by pitching it as this is going to be a comedy. It's not really a comedy.
no.
Oh, it's
I,
not.
It's really a lighthearted Trek show. Like, what if you did Trek?
It's Star
It's
Trek
it's not
light.
as yeah. It's like what if you did Trek? They stole a lot of Captain Bertrand's stories from me. They
yeah,
stole
we
a lot of
did.
my stuff.
Did.
They totally did. But it's like, what if we didn't get the best of the best, right? They
Right.
always say that every Trek has the best crew and
Hmm.
whatever. What if we got a crew that was the 9 to 5 crew? They weren't the best. They're not the worst. They're not the best. But they have, they do regular. Every episode is like a regular one episode, one and done,
Right.
pretty much like that. Like it's like people are so desperate for science fiction
Mm.
that it's like they ate it up.
Mm.
But it's not. But the other, like, I think only a few people that watched it were like, I want to see some Trek stuff. And then I think the other people, I think the majority of people that watch it are thinking, I want Family Guy jokes about Star Trek.
Right.
Yeah.
I want a parody.
Yeah, I saw the first episode and I enjoyed it because, like you say, I'm a Star Trek fan, so I like that sort of show. I didn't find it particularly funny, to be honest. But,
right, it wasn't many jokes, right? It was only like, what, 2 or 3 jokes?
Yeah.
Really?
But it was amusing, and like I say, I'm a big fan of, I can't remember her name, Adrienne Piccolick, what's her name?
Who isn't? Adrienne Piccolick, yeah. Who isn't a fan? I mean, come on.
So she was the only reason to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So...
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just one of those things where it's like, like, I know I would not be surprised if the numbers really start to drop for people that were like, I guess we're not going to get the Family Guy jokes.
No.
So why am I going to bother watching it? And I can see it drop. And if it makes it to the second half, they only give they give you like 10 episodes.
Yeah.
And then if you get a full episode, I bet
full season,
it'll be full of Family Guy jokes. Like, it'll be fart and boob jokes all through the rest of the season. I bet you.
Well, I mean, after hearing what you said, though, I do want to check it out. I will have a look at that. But
it's well made. It looks excellent.
Yeah, it does look good from what I've seen.
They got a budget. I mean, they got a straight up budget.
So, Star Trek. Go Treat Yourself is going to be out every Monday, is that right, from next week?
Yeah, it should be out every Monday morning, yes.
Right, excellent. Cool.
Cool.
So we'll look forward to that. I love the show, so I'm looking forward to hearing it. So
I'm glad. I'm a fan of Star Wars conversations as well. So
and that's
that
lucky
helps.
because you're on Star Wars conversations and we're here to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's
right.
What
you can do.
So look, the reason I invited Darrell on particularly this week was because he sent me a message, which I had beef with straight away. He said, and I quote, where is it? Something about, oh, that's it. No on JJ.
Yeah.
No on JJ. And of course, I had no idea what the hell he was on about.
I know. I wanted you to
realised
figure
what
it
he was
out.
on about.
I left a code. I wanted you to figure out the code.
Yeah, I'm not that quick, I'm afraid.
That's sorry.
So, no on JJ for the last for episode 9. I'm assuming is what you meant, Darrell.
Right.
Now, defend yourself, because if you heard last week's episode, we are excited about JJ. So give us your thoughts then.
I think this is what spurred him on, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to hear.
Yeah, that's what spurred it. I'm not really. I'm one of those that were like, you know what? I wasn't that happy. I don't dislike JJ either. Like, I like what he did for Star Trek when he relaunched it. I liked it. Like, I didn't have a problem with it. He only produced Into Darkness. He didn't really do the whole thing. He didn't. So it ain't no. I don't. Like, it's not all him. Even though I enjoyed that movie too, it still had good things about Trek in it, except for the fan service that they did not need to do. Which I have an issue with him. Like, I think he tends to go with the fan service.
He directed Into Darkness, didn't he?
He didn't. I don't think he had a hand in writing it as much as directing it.
Oh, right, fine, yeah.
But I don't need. I like the fan service was enough in Force Awakens. Like, it was enough. I didn't need any more fan service in that movie. And in fact, it was a detriment. Like, there were just things that just did not work. Like, the running around the ship, Culture Club thing was like
that was the lowest part of the movie. The Cancer
it
Club
did
bit,
not need to
Club.
be in there. Like, yeah, but
I wouldn't say that bit was fan service, because that was probably the only bit
so.
Wasn't sort of reference to some of the old films, was it? I mean, that was the only bit that I felt didn't.
Yeah, but I think they tried to have it where they wanted them running around. They wanted them running around the ship like they did. like on the Death Star, and they wanted to have something where they were doing that, and they could show,
That's a bit of a
you know,
stretch,
like,
though, man. Come on, like, lots of movies have
I don't
people
know
running
about
around.
that, because
Look at any
that
Tom
whole
Cruise
thing of
movie; he'll be running around at some
nah,
point. Nicolas Cage
look,
runs around in all his movies.
no, no,
You got to
no,
have
looking
running around.
around, but there's that beat of we don't know what the hell we're doing. Like if you look at
Yeah,
Star
I,
Wars,
I do see what you're saying, actually.
you see the princess, you see
Yeah,
Leia, and if you look at how Finn
Ray.
right.
and Ray, how they interacted a little bit, they
And
kind of
they are
had
split
that.
up, and they've got to get out. Yeah, no, you
But
are
that's
convincing me with
is
that
that
point.
more of a that's more of a Star Wars feel though, right? And
No, because if you look at not really, because if you look at the prequels, it wasn't that banter was not there. It's
well, if you
missing.
look at Attack of the Clones, when they're in the droid factory and they're on the conveyor belt,
It's
they
laughs a
have a
minute.
little bit of that,
Attack of the Drones had some, yeah.
and there's
Attack of the Drones
the
had a little
prequels
bit
is
of it.
not a good one to use because George
No,
Lucas directed that, so he's going to have all those kinds of things in there, and they are there. But I think that I mean, we heard what we said last week, how
yeah,
they were
yeah.
trying to reintroduce Star Wars to people, so give you
Right. I get it. I
familiarity,
get
right?
it. Even though I don't think they needed to do,
But
even though I think they would have followed. I think people would have swarmed to Star Wars no matter what.
they would have,
Yeah,
but you've got to remember as well that the general public, now we're not talking Star Wars fans, the general public
Mm,
kind of saw Star Wars as a bit of a joke because that's what they thought of after the prequels. A lot of people, I'm not saying people that grew up with them, but the older ones, people who had been around seeing the originals.
no,
And
I get
but
it, but
then
I bet you, if they did
I don't think the numbers would have
Yoda's,
been as good as they were. It was the biggest
I
opening of all
don't
time.
know, man, because I think we look, people would really wanted comfort science fiction. Like people really were they really wanted it. Like they really were waiting for it.
But
That they would have swarmed to a Star Wars movie no matter what
but
because they wanted
this
it.
is what you thought about episode 7. But then you must have heard the report. Obviously, once Ryan Johnson had written episode 8, and obviously we haven't seen
Yeah.
it yet, but all of the word coming out of
No.
there is that he's doing a great job. And apparently,
Right.
once JJ read that script, he was like, "Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really jealous. I wish that I had taken episode
Mm-hmm.
8." So he's going to have been set up now for episode
Mm-hmm.
9
My
with whatever
favorite.
happens here. And it
Yeah.
doesn't mean we're necessarily going to get Return of the Jedi. Now
No, but
he's
what
going to
I
have to go in a
love.
different direction here.
Yeah, but what I loved about the first thing that made me think I probably would really dig this movie a lot is when Mark Hamill said when he read the script he was
Hmm.
mad, he was angry.
Yeah.
That means no fan service. That means that he took the time to do a film
There won't
that's
be
going
no
to push the
fan service.
characters.
There won't
No,
be
there'll
no
be
fan
some.
service. Of course
There'll
there
be
will.
some. But I mean, they took but it was more important about the movie and the story was pushing these characters to the next to their journeys, right? Everybody's going to have their journey and they're not going to be so similar
Yeah.
to what we've seen before, which I like. I want
I
that.
like
Like I
that too.
really want to see that. So I was happy when he said he was mad at first. That means okay, that's good because it wasn't something that you think, oh, I knew they were going to do that with that character. Like
But
it wasn't so
we already established
Mhm.
that you agree that JJ is a good director, right? And
Yeah,
do
he
you not
can
think
be.
that coming off the back of that, he's going to be inspired and he's going to be like, okay, cool, because he was just setting it up. That was the setup, like get everyone back into the cinemas, get them seeing something
All right,
they
all
know
right.
they love, and let's go from there. And left it to Ryan Johnson to do the rest. Ryan Johnson does his bit, and now he can come in
Mhm.
and he's, because what Mark Hamill said there, well, that means that Luke Skywalker is going to be in a certain position by the time of episode 9. We don't know what that is,
Right,
but it made him
right,
angry, and now they've got to pick
right.
up from there. So
Mhm.
he's a good director. This is the thing, right? And he's not going to be writing all of it. You're still going to have like Chris Terrio and people like that working on there. Obviously, you've got the story group, and now because of all the other books and comics and all that kind of stuff, it's kind of weaved into a bigger thing than it was before episode 7. So now he's going to have a lot more. Do you hear the quote about it was Colin Trevorrow said, when you work on Star Wars, it's like a whole bunch of storytellers sitting around a campfire. Yeah. So This would have been a
Yeah,
similar
yeah,
thing
I
happened
heard
with
that.
Ryan Johnson, and they've obviously gone,
Uh,
yes, like where you're going with that. And now JJ's going to come in, and he's still going to have that same situation. So now he's got to do
mm.
something. And also, if episode 8 is really good, he really, really needs to knock episode 9 out of the park, right? Because otherwise,
Oh,
it's going to be like,
definitely.
dude, seriously, and we know how Lucasfilm are now. They'll ditch you. And I don't think that
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy will be scared to ditch
They ain't,
JJ.
they ain't ditching JJ. I'll tell you
No,
that.
I don't know about that. If they're
No.
not
Well,
happy with the
JJ gets
direction it's going in,
along. Yeah, but JJ knows how to
he
like
does.
get
But
along. Like he
I'm
knows how
saying,
to
if
get
he
along. He
wasn't
knows how
doing
to
what
work
they
the
want,
system.
if they're looking at it going, no,
Right.
man, this is weak, it's going to be like, dude, you need to
Nah,
sort this
he's not
out,
a
or
problem child. Like that's why they picked
exactly.
Ron Howard to do. Like when they fired the original directors from Han Solo,
Mm.
that's why they picked Ron Howard
Hmm.
because they knew he
They have a good
knows how
relationship.
to. Right, he
Yeah,
knows he's going to do what you want him to do.
and
He's not going
JJ
to
will
push
too.
any boundaries. He's not going to push any boundaries. He's not going to want to do anything with your story that he thinks you don't want.
Hmm.
In fact, I'm kind of bored with. Not really looking forward to Han Solo at all
I'm
now.
looking forward to it more now because the reports before was that it was going to be a slapstick comedy, which would have really annoyed me.
Oh, it would have annoyed me too. But I
Right?
wasn't even looking
Imagine
forward
that.
to it back then. I wasn't even looking forward to it
No,
in
I
the
wasn't
beginning.
either, to be
I'm
fair.
But
still really indifferent about the Han Solo film. I just really
yeah,
don't
I never
care.
needed it. Yeah.
I just don't care. Yeah, I'm in the camp of don't care. I don't need to know his backstory
Look,
because I
I'll
know
be
it
there on
already.
opening night. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be
I'll
queuing up for
watch
the
it.
midnight screening,
Right,
you know,
right. I'll
and
watch it.
hopefully it's
But I
good.
would. Yeah, I hope so too. But again, we go back to you go back to with 9. Um, like it. I never thought he would. He's not going to ruin Star Trek. I never thought he would ruin Star Wars. He's not going to do that.
Mm.
But I do kind of hope that they just. When I heard his name, it was like her reflex was to be safe because I know that
Yes.
he wasn't their first choice, and the person they did pick turned it down. They
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
that they wanted to
That was
do it.
Ryan Johnson.
So the reflex is like we've had too much talk about me firing people. I gotta go. I gotta go safe. Like reflexes to just go with what they know. Who they know. So that
Yeah.
made me go. I mean, it's fine. It'll be fine. The worst that's gonna happen with this movie, if anything bad is happening with this movie, the worst is it'll be okay.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
as good as Force Awakens. It'll be that
Yeah.
level, and that's it. Right. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That will happen.
And I
Um,
know where you're coming from, like because it was a safe choice. Yes, it was, and
Yeah,
I
it was
do
a safe
actually
choice.
as well understand. I do understand the disappointment from some people because they wanted to. Because we've seen a JJ movie, let's see something
Right.
different, and
Right. You want to see
you know,
something else.
and I know a lot of people wanted Ryan Johnson because they're hearing so many good things about what he's doing.
Mhm.
But I think that there's enough ammo and material there that JJ could potentially do a really good one. The problem that I hear from a lot of people is that they don't consider him to be a good finisher. And
Yeah.
obviously we're going
Yeah.
back
That's
to
the worry.
final
That is
one,
the
right?
worry, isn't
And
it?
that's the problem.
Yeah. That's the word. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of his thing. Like, is he going to be able to end this thing in a way that it's enjoyable and it's just not going to rehash the end of Return of the Jedi?
Where
You don't
Snoke
want that
gets thrown
same
down the
beat.
tube, huh?
Right. You don't want the thing of I shouldn't have killed my father. Blah blah blah.
Kylo picks up Snoke and throws him down a hole.
Yeah. And then
At
you
least
have
That
little.
might happen. That might
that better
happen.
not happen.
And then little animals or something, whatever, start
The
dancing
paws start
around.
dancing.
Yeah.
We find out
And
they've cut
then
off all the stormtroopers' heads and they're using their helmets as drums.
Han Solo starts floating like a Jedi
If he's the
ghost.
Force Ghost, yeah.
Imagine if
Oh,
they
God,
did that.
no.
He was a Force ghost. Oh, people would be so mad. Oh,
Oh,
people
yeah.
would be so mad.
That would be unforgivable.
Oh
I-
man.
Shall I tell you what, right? I would have loved JJ to do all 3 films. I love Force Awakens. I think it's
I love
brilliant.
Force Awakens as well.
Mm.
But,
I enjoyed it the first time, but then like repeat. I go by. Can I watch it again and still and do I still enjoy it as much? And I don't. Like it kind of lessens every time I see it.
but you
Like
enjoy A New Hope if you watch it again.
watched it. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Like
so
I rewatched it. Like I rewatched it like not that long ago. Every holiday they do a
yeah, they
freaking
put them on. Yeah,
re thing, and I still enjoy it. Now, Empire Strikes Back. There's no low. Like there's no
You can watch that anytime.
deterioration in loving that.
and
You can
dude, the
watch it
revisited
anytime.
version is amazing. You need to check that one
Right.
out.
Oh
Right.
man, that's
Now,
Oh,
good.
dude.
Return of the Jedi. You notice, wow, Han Solo's really swollen,
He is, right?
and he looks tired. Like you still
I
know, you
was like,
start
is that
noticing stuff.
Coke Or like...
Right. You start noticing all these little things that you wouldn't have noticed before. Because
Yeah.
even with Star Wars,
It's
you
like he
notice
put
how.
on weight while in carbon.
Yeah,
What the hell was
he
going on
did.
there? Did they have
Well,
was he getting fed while he's in there?
Well, the ganja makes you hungry, and if you just doing your root, smoking your root, you're gonna be hungry a lot. So they brought him the munchies all the time. But I mean, even in Star Wars, the battle between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader, I didn't realize how slow that fight was.
Watch the revisited version. It's recut. It looks wicked.
They gotta recut it to make it look like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but the natural fight that I thought was so quick
Yeah, as a child.
and incredible as a child, you
Yeah.
look at it again, you're like, wow, that's
Obi-Wan's
me
pretty
now
old,
doing
man.
that.
Obi-Wan's pretty
Yeah,
old.
yeah, that's me doing that now. That's an old man fight. I
That's
can't
why
do
the
that.
Darth Maul fight with Obi-Wan and Rebels pissed me off. Everyone
Oh.
loved that, not me.
You didn't like that? You didn't
No, I
like
hated
the
it.
Obi-Wan?
I hated it.
What
Because
you
I
didn't like
love
about
Darth
it?
Maul.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because I would never have killed Darth Maul. I wouldn't have did it in the first movie.
No, not in that one. No, in Rebels. When Obi-Wan
Oh,
and
in
Darth Maul
Rebels.
faced off again. That's why.
Oh,
I
right,
love
that's
the episode
right, yeah.
1 fight. No, it's the
Yeah,
Rebels one.
yeah.
The one where
Oh,
Darth Maul
they
died.
should not have killed Maul in Phantom Menace. That was such a
Nah.
mistake.
He should have been there
Yeah.
instead of Dooku. Dooku was lame.
Dooku was the
Dooku
worst.
should have been the first one. Yeah, Dooku should have been the first.
Yeah, that would have made more
The
sense
first
as well.
Mm.
Yeah, because he would have been the link. He would have been the link that was covering up.
Yeah, he could have been the one that set off
Yeah,
all the
definitely.
army and everything. So there was really contrived background story about that other bloke, but we didn't really master Safer Deus or whatever.
Cypher Diaz. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, first of all, I saw Star Wars Revisited for the first time on the weekend, last weekend, and that is really good. That is really
Oh, you
really
hadn't watched that one yet?
Yeah,
New
I hadn't
Hope?
seen it before. Because every time I've
Ah.
gone to watch it, it messed up. But actually,
Ah, okay.
I had to play it this time.
Dude, all
I got-
those TIE fighters at the end? Oh, my
yeah,
God.
it's wicked. and having the Battle of Heroes song on top of the Obi-Wan and Vader fight really sort of connected the film, so it was really cool. But anyway, what I was going to say. I was going to ask Darrell. Obviously, we've heard now that your thoughts on JJ and that. But what do you want from episode 9? And I guess also we haven't really spoke to you about episode 8, to be honest. So what's your hopes for episode 8 and 9? What do you want to see from these two films?
What I would love to see is open up that world to see what really happened with the Jedi. Like what went wrong with
With his
him
training,
trying to establish the Jedi with the training. Like, what did he go out at first and did he get any more information about the Jedi and stuff?
I would love to see some de-aged Hamill like they do in the Marvel films of him training and all that. That'd be wicked.
Yeah,
That
I
would
would,
be
I would
cool, yeah.
see that. I want more with Rey. Like, I want to get more background with Rey.
So we find
And,
out who her parents are in episode 8, don't we? I read
Apparently
that
so,
somewhere.
yeah. I told you
Apparently,
last
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'd like Finn to get a little bit more stuff going on with him. Like he's such a blank canvas because all he was just someone taken as a child and like he didn't have a life, right? So
Yeah.
I would kind of like to see. I would have loved if he had been a force sensitive child.
Yeah.
Like when he picked up, I would have loved. That's what I would have loved. I would have loved if he had picked up that lightsaber, like not thinking, like whatever reason, it just felt right, and he had picked it up, and all of a sudden he started to know a little bit, not enough to beat him, but just something's up. You're force sensitive, and then go from there. Because
do you think that's out of the question now, or do you think that still might happen?
I really do not think that they were going to do that with Finn. I think Finn is going to be more of the little bit of mixture of comic relief, like Han was sometimes,
Mm.
and he'll be a little bit of through his eyes, he'll see this new world because he's never been out of
Yeah,
the rim.
I
He's
agree with
never
you
been
on
out there
this.
like that.
Yeah,
So
I
I think
don't
we're
think he'll
gonna.
be force sensitive.
No, I don't think they're gonna do it. And like he'll see the galactic. Like while we watch it, as he learns more about how the Republic was and how it deteriorated and how they lost it.
Mm.
I think we'll learn it too.
Well,
Like
we know
he'll
that
see
Finn
all this
has
stuff.
quite a big mission in Episode 8, doesn't he? And
Right,
they've
yeah,
revealed that he's going to, go undercover like they do in all the Star Wars movies,
right,
and he's going to go
right.
into the First Order. And also, there's a chase scene that's going to take place on the
Canto Banto.
Canto Bight, where he's riding on that horse creature, the Father. It's called
Yeah, because he's a
Fadia.
bullshitter. Yeah, he's a bullshitter.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that they're going to
Sanitation.
continue that. Yeah, they're going to continue with that. Like he's a good
And
bullshitter.
he's
He's
good
going
at
to
it.
continue with
He's
being a
great at
bullshitter.
it. John Boyega, he does a great job of it. So you got to go.
Yeah.
For that. Yeah.
I would have liked though if they had made him and Ray romantic though,
Yeah,
a
I
romantic
wanted
partner.
that.
But I know they're
Yeah.
not. But I
In the
know they're
first
not.
one,
They're
they
gonna
did that.
no. They're gonna go. They're gonna go pretty boy with skinny jeans.
Uh,
Look, whoever she gets winds up being with, I don't even think it's gonna be Poe.
I don't even know. That
It's going to be
I don't
Kylo.
think that she'll
100%
necessarily.
Kylo. I'm telling you guys.
I don't know
she's
that
going to
she'll
get it
necessarily
together with
with
Kylo.
someone. I don't know. That
You
she'll...
think Kylo would be the redeemed? I don't know. That'd be a hard thing to deal with. Like you don't
That's
have
the
that
ba-
many
That's got to be
movies.
some
But
good
that's
writing.
the point, man.
You don't have that
Point
many
is-
movies to do it though. That's what I'm saying.
We got time. We got time, buddy. Because fair enough. Episode 8 goes straight into after Force Awakens, but there
Right.
could be a massive gap between 8 and 9. We don't know, and I honestly think that it's all about balance of the Force. This has got to be the theme of this trilogy, and it's got to be about Rey being at one end, Kylo being at the other end, then both crossing over. So she's going to accidentally kill Luke, I think, in Episode 8.
I hope not.
and then that she's going to go on a deep end, or she might not kill Luke, but she's going to lose control. Definitely going to lose
I
control.
do agree with the balance thing.
She's got that Palpatine blood in her, I think, and
You really think that? Huh?
yeah, man. And look, I know all this stuff. I'm telling you guys.
I think
I'm fucking
Kenobi
inside
blood.
skinny.
I do think that there's going to be a balance of the Force thing, and I do think it is going to be to do with Rey and Kylo Ren.
I would
even
see that
the
too.
posters
Yeah, I
even
would.
kind of hint at that a little bit.
And then they're going to
Yeah,
find out
yeah.
they're brother and sister.
But
And
and her real name is Jaina, and his real name
Right,
is Jason.
right.
exactly, and he
Yeah,
was
no.
Jason, and everything's going to be back to normal.
No, I do think there'll be something to do with the balance of the Force. I don't think that they're going to get together romantically. I think she might not get together with
Just
someone
sex
romantically.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. I think it'll be someone else that she'll connect with. I think
No.
that we might meet, or it might not even be to the next movie if she does it at all. And she might not. They
She'll
might
probably
not
be,
even go that route.
Maybe it's what's her face, the new character that name I can never
Rose,
remember.
no, she's going to be off on the mission with Finn the whole time.
Yeah, she'll be with Finn. Yeah,
Mm.
she's not gonna be with them with the rest of the group.
See, I mean,
It's just him
Rey's
and-
already separated from everyone, right? She's with
Right.
Luke,
I don't
so-
think they're gonna get together till towards the end. I
Mm.
think they're gonna do one of those where they're separated till the end of the movie.
Her and Luke will probably have their own mission going on, whatever they, once he's trained.
Which I would
they'll-
like.
Yeah,
I would
do
like
too.
to
Yeah,
see
that'd
her. I would like to see her like going out with Luke on a mission. Going out and on a mission with him and trying to learn and do, and learn to be a Jedi as she's doing this. And and also I forgot even mentioning it. I don't know how I can forget that. But I hope we get a lot of Leia too.
Yes,
We will
yes.
this one, I think. We will.
Well,
Like
yeah,
that government stuff.
The
Like
thing is, obviously they would have filmed. When they film, they obviously do a lot more footage than we see. And I
Right.
think that once the whole thing happened with Carrie Fisher, once they went to the editing room, I reckon they probably expanded on what they had there. because they had to rewrite things a little bit, right? Just change it up how it was gonna. They said they didn't
Right.
change this much, but obviously going into 9, it's got to play out in a certain way. So I think they've probably given us a little bit more of her than we would have initially got.
Because she needs support. Like now that so many people were destroyed, they need political backing. They don't have any. Like they don't have any. They need more help from other worlds.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe at worlds in the Outer Rim, and she might be the one that's been keeping in contact with.
Well, she looks like she's
these
a more
other
dignitary
races.
type of outfits, doesn't she? Rather than her, she had her general kind of gear on in number 7. She's in more like long robes and stuff in this one. So yeah,
because she
talks, a bit
more
of that
she
political
deals with
stuff.
other, right? Because she can move between other races more than others, right? So that I would love to see that, like, because they're going to need a lot of help for 9. They're going to need a lot of help for 9.
They're going to get Thrawn and Assist come and help them.
The Chiss.
I would hope they do that. I would
be
love
amazing,
that.
hey?
That would be amazing.
You got him in Rebels, and obviously in the book, and he's part of the Empire. And then in this one, he just flips and he comes and helps the Resistance. That'd be
and then you'd have the new threat, because now what? Now he's, if he gets a foothold, and
he's not actually meaning it. Yeah.
Well,
but
also the book Thrawn. It left us at the end going, yeah, he's not really into this Empire stuff so much,
No.
Have you read the book, Darrell? Did you read it?
No, I didn't read that. I've only read the previous Thrawn stuff. So I kind of, but even in those books, you get a sense of the Republic was racist. I mean, they hated all, other aliens. So he only did this because he was like, he should have been higher up in ranking. It took him longer to do this. A lot earlier. So I could see that being part of it. Like, why would I follow another dictator on that same path when, with his thoughts, I'm better than him? Like, I'm smart. Like, you probably think I'm smarter, I'm better. Why would I follow another guy?
I definitely think you should read the new Thrawn book, Darrell. Definitely.
I am.
As someone who read all the old books, I think you'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check it out before I see the movies. See the next movie. But yeah, I could see that.
Well, look, that leads me to talking about other stuff and media and stuff. But Jay, have you got stuff for Around the Rim before we get? I
do have stuff from Around the Rim.
Should we go Around the Rim? Darrell, would you like to go Around the Rim?
Sure.
Sweet. Well, join us as we go Around the Rim.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So, a few little news stories from this week. So, the one that's probably the most exciting is that the trailer for The Last Jedi may be released on October the 9th. And this is because, first there was a little tweet from StarWars.com, and they just tweeted the clip of Rey's hand on the floor from the previous trailer with the stones rising around them, and it just had the little quote there saying, "almost there." But then, Mark Hamill tweeted, "Watch Monday Night Football on October 9th for no reason in particular," and then very quickly deleted that tweet when obviously his bosses were like, "Dude, no," right? So, normally they release a trailer during a big football match. This is going to be the Minnesota Vikings versus Chicago Bears. It's going to be Monday Night Football, and this will bring a lot of a crowd in to watch it, because even people that don't watch American football will check it out. And
they needed it because the football ratings have been going down.
They have, and that saddens me. But I was last time I was happy because they released it during the Eagles game, so I was watching it anyway. But this time, it's going to be Vikings and Bears. So I will definitely be staying up to watch that. So that was a good bit of news. Are you guys excited about that? October 9th? It's not too far away now.
I just want to see it. Yeah, I just want to see it. Let me watch it.
The funny thing is that Mark Hamill took his tweet down, and instantly fans started going, "Hey, Mark, that tweet you just put up about," and then they quoted him. What was that all about? Is the trailer coming? He was like, no, it's just a joke I was making about the Vikings and the Bears. People just don't get me. And then he was
No.
like, Lucasfilm
No.
will let you know when it's going to be released, all this kind of stuff. If you read his tweets, they're very like, uh-oh, I need to get out of this.
Yeah, he gets it. There's no fanboy more fanboyish than him
Oh,
when
yeah.
it comes to Star Wars. So
He
He
loves
loves
it.
it.
he gets excited. He gets really excited.
Yeah. It's going to be. I mean, I'm really looking forward to it, but I'm also not, because I don't want to know anymore now. And this is really bad doing a Star Wars podcast, but I really am at the point where I don't want to know any more about the film. So it's a tricky situation I'm in.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to know a little bit more about Han Solo, though.
Oh God, yeah, please.
Okay, so Ron Howard tweeted a picture from the set of Han Solo, and it had a comment on it that said "Spicey," and so the picture looks like it could possibly be the entrance to a mine.
A spice
something
mine.
like
A
that.
castle.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
yeah,
you know
you
it's
think-
going to be a castle. You know it's going to be a castle.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you think we're going to see here? Do you think this is going to be Han Solo freeing Chewbacca and some other Wookiees?
Yeah,
see something
I think
like
we're
that?
going to get the whole beat. I think it's going to follow the same beats of the story that we know about Han from all the books.
Yeah.
I kind of hope it does, though, because I would like to see him being part of the Imperial Academy and stuff like that, and seeing what's
I
going
don't think
on
they're
there.
going to. I don't think we're going to
It'd be
get a
too
lot
close
of
what
that.
they've done with Finn. I think that
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
True.
yeah. I
So
think
you
that's
think they're
going to be a
change
quick
that
end.
bit?
I think it'll be like a kid who wants to get out. Like this is a kid who wants to do. He has to do this. He has to join the army. He basically has to join the army to get out of his neighborhood. He's in a bad situation. Like instead of Luke having an overbearing uncle, this smothering uncle and aunt. This is different.
Yeah.
Han has a bad
No
family.
one
He's got Woody Harrelson, so
Yeah.
He's got
he has to
Woody.
get away from that guy.
Yeah,
he's got Woody.
This is a dude with no, with no good support system who wants to do better, who dreams of doing better, and doing more with his life, right? That type of thing where I need this to get out of my situation.
He wants to get away so he can become a drug smuggler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he just wants to be a pilot. I think at first we'll think they're going to go with the end with him is going to be he just wants to go and be a pilot. Like that's something he always wanted to do. But he sees that this world is wrong. He sees that they're doing something wrong. Like he can't.
All the slavery in that he sees.
Right. He sees that. And he can't let that happen. So now he rebels. This is the rebellious.
The one bit I'm looking forward to the most is the end bit with the reunion of Chewie and Lumpy, and we get to see Lumpy again. I can't wait for that bit.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to see his wife. We know that much.
Marcella.
Marla. Yeah. Marcella.
Right.
I can't wait to see Lumpy.
That picture, anyway, if people want to check it out, it's on StarWarsNewsNet.com. It is on Ron Howard's Twitter as well, but Star Wars Newsnet put it up there, and they put a little bit of writing about it as well. You can check it out. It looks pretty cool, and I can send it over to you guys as well if you want. Send you a link.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll do that in a second.
I've seen it, man.
You've seen it? I posted it on the group on Star Wars.
We're not
Conversations.
newbies. We're not newbies to this.
Yeah, and I saw the one of him and Paul Bettany.
Yes.
On Paul Bettany's last day of
Bettany,
shooting.
Yeah, he has his last day of shooting as well. And something else.
And there was that little deer thing that had its arms out. Because on the Star Wars show, my favourite lady was going on about how it looks cute, the little deer thing that was in the corner of the picture.
Yeah, that's the Fathiers.
Oh, do we know what that is?
That's what they're called, Fathiers. Fathiers or Fadiers. It looks like fathers, but with an I in it. Yeah. Something did just come up just now. Andy Serkis has said that sadly he didn't get to film any scenes with Carrie Fisher as Snoke. So
that's
spoiler.
Not surprising.
Spoiler.
So another thing that came out was the air dates for the first 9 episodes of season 4 of Star Wars Rebels. And we're going to be getting 2 episodes per night through this season. So you will the whole way through is going to be shorter because it's going to be 8 weeks long, 16 episodes in total. The first 9, we've got the 16th of October is The Heroes of Mandalore Part 1 and 2, 23rd of October for In the Name of the Rebellion Part 1 and 2, 30th of October for The Occupation and Flight of the Defender, 6th of November for Kindred and Crawler Commanders, and then on the 13th of November we get one episode which is called Rebel Assault, and I'm guessing that's going to be a season break there. And then it says that we will get the finale for Rebels Season 4 in 2018 after we've seen The Last Jedi.
Sweet! That means there might be the fact that Ezra is going to be Snoke.
Well, that little thing there, I'm like, they actually made a point to say after we've seen The Last Jedi. So is there going to be some
Snoke?
If they make him that character, I would care about Rebels.
Yeah, man. You're not care about it.
I want to, and then I watch an episode, and it feels like a filler episode.
You know what? There are good episodes and bad episodes. The good ones are really, really good, and the bad ones are
I need no fillers. I don't need any fillers this season. Every episode for this season, it's the last one, right? It's the last season, right? They should make sure that every episode for this thing is important.
Well, apparently, you'll be happy to hear, Dave Filoni said that there will be no fillers in this season.
You're going to say there is going to be.
No, I know, but he did sort. Of course, he did. But he made a point of going. We're rocketing towards the end at high speed, so we've got to now get this story going.
The series has got to end definitely on the Battle of Scarif, hasn't it? Surely.
It should.
Depends
maybe.
Where they bring this up to, doesn't it? I mean, I've got to say, I didn't think last season was too bad. There were some slow bits earlier on, but towards the end it's a bit better.
I don't even remember what I saw. I don't even remember what was important about last season.
Yeah. Mon Mothma, she got the rebels, everyone together.
That was an important bit.
That was the main bit. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
And it would see Saw and he'll be back. So there you go.
Right, and
anyway, enough of that.
Well, one last bit of
come on, quick.
Okay, and this is another bit because Colin's waiting to talk about his comics. This is,
I know he is.
The last bit about the young Han Solo movie. So the hashtag show, the hashtag show, which has a good record of keeping a close eye. Yep, they have a good record of keeping a close eye on casting calls. Has revealed that none other than Darth Vader may have a cameo in Young Solo. Now, Spencer
they need
Wilding,
it.
You think?
They need it. Yeah, they need it.
What kind of cameo would it be, though? Spencer Wilding, who played him in Rogue One, confirmed that he did not film any Vader scenes. So the quote, here's a quote which is on StarWarsNewsNet.com, and this is what they got from the hashtag show. A source close to the production has revealed to us that someone, presumably not Wilding, given his pre-definitive statement that he isn't involved, was on the set of Howard's Han Solo reshoots in Darth Vader's armor as recently as 2 weeks ago, and has been filming a cameo. This could be a really small cameo.
There was another guy that played him, though, wasn't there?
There was another guy that played him.
Because he's always at the conventions, and I don't know who he is.
I can't remember what his name is off the top of my head, but it
could quite
possibly be him. Well, there were two people in Rogue One. It wasn't just Spencer Wilding. So, I mean, even in the old films, 3 people played him. So, but yeah, so I don't know how big of a part this is going to be.
I think they'll do it because they don't. I think with all the issues that they've heard about this movie, they don't want to take a chance. Yeah, they don't want to take a chance on people saying, "I'll stay home for this one." I don't think they want any numbers to be fluctuating on this. So
you don't want to overuse him though either, but. I must say, I would love it if his cameo just has him chop a few people up again.
It won't be a cameo. It will not be I'll bet you now they'll put him in the movie, but it'll be so little of it that the people will be mad. Like people will be like, "Well, what was the point?"
Yeah.
But the point was to get you to go see it.
Well, think about it this way: if Han Solo does free Chewbacca from the Spice Mines, Vader's ship might be nearby and go chasing after the Millennium Falcon. It could be something like that. I don't know. What I'm saying is that it would be something so small that you'll just see him.
I reckon someone might just report it to him, and then you'll see him in a hologram or him being told, and then he'll force choke the bloke who let
or Jabba or someone who is supposed to kill Han or something complains like, like Darth is like, well, why didn't you get this done? I told you, the Empire wants something done, you get it done.
Darrell,
Like, I don't
you
want
read
excuses.
my mind. I would love to see a scene with Jabba and Vader. That would be worth going
You
to see the
saw it
film.
in the comics, so it could happen in this.
Yeah, because Jabba is like, he's pretty much the Dawn of the planet, right?
Yeah.
He's the dude. So if you gotta, the Empire's like, we'll deal with you, scum. We'll deal with villainy and all that, but to a point to get our stuff done, right?
Yeah.
You're the one I blame. If something goes wrong, it's your fault. I come after you, so you better,
Don't
make sure
fail
everything
me
is
again,
smooth.
Jabba.
Don't fail me, right? Don't fail me again, Jabba. And maybe Jabba, because remember, there's a point where it's almost like in the beginning, Jabba didn't even want to do anything bad to Han. It was almost like people were mad at him for not being more
Han, my bookie.
angry. Yeah, so maybe at this point, Jabba's like, I like this kid, I'll protect him. Because he's useful. I like this kid. He gets he gets his stuff done. I kind of take a liking to him.
He's Mary Poppins, yo.
Yeah. He's like Mary Poppins, right? We'll see that kind of relationship with him, with Jabba.
Yeah, young.
Because he lets him live a lot longer than he would other people.
Yeah.
So, like, even in the end, he didn't kill him. I mean, he didn't really. He at first he was just going to capture him and have him as a set piece, but he was still alive.
Painting, yeah.
But he was still alive. So
yeah.
I mean, it took a lot for them to finally, finally he was like, I killed this dude. I'm done. Let's take him out. So.
All right.
Cool.
So that's the end of
rim?
Around the Rim.
Oh, the journey is complete.
Well,
Yes,
not quite.
The journey is complete.
No, because I've got Colin's Comic Corner.
Oh boy.
And let's cue music.
Oh dear! These are the times when I missed the video version of this thing because I would be sticking Darrell's head on a little dance on one of those jib jab things for me.
Oh, I know you would.
Well,
I
I could put a video version of this out if you wanted me to.
So I'm going to make a jib jab with me and Darrell. I'll put that.
Okay, do that.
Anyway, look, I know Darrell hasn't got long, so I'll speed through this a bit. I am massively behind on my Star Wars comics. I was just telling Jay I'm about 3 issues behind on the actual Star Wars title.
You're farther than I am. I'm way behind.
Me too.
But what I did make time to read was Captain Phasma. Oh, Captain Toaster. She's got her own comic. Sir! Look, I was very happy with this comic.
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, Darrell, I don't know if you know, from a couple of episodes ago, I read the book. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The book was good. It was good, but a bit boring in the fact that I didn't really need to know any half of it. It was a bit too long.
Right.
And as I've said many times, I was really reluctant with the whole Captain Phasma because I just wasn't impressed what they did with her in Force Awakens, and the fact that she was so easily defeated.
She was a wasted character
and gave up really on the.
Oh yeah, totally wasted.
So, the one thing the book did do was give me a bit of inspiration that they might be doing something with her good in the future, because they've really set her up in the book because it tells all her backstory about. Really, that she has got no scruples in looking out for number one, and that actually everything she's done throughout her whole life has been. I mean, there's without trying to spoil the book, she blatantly puts herself first with on a couple of situations which are very formative to her. So I was a bit more optimistic going into the book, and I've just given you a bit of rundown. So it's written by Kelly Thompson, who you interviewed recently, didn't you, Darrell?
Yes, yes, I did. Yeah, yes, I did.
And that was a great interview, and I must admit I was quite, and that really again got me excited just thinking that Kelly was going to be writing the book. And Marco Cicchetto, I think is how you pronounce his name, is the artist. And I've got to say, it stands out. The art is amazing in this.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing artist. Yeah,
really, really good, and it really enhanced by the color as well. So I'll shout out Andreas Mossa, who's the colorist. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Really good. And so basically, it's obviously one issue in, and as we say all the time on these Star Wars comics, they are super expanded and really they're best read as a collection, I think. But as the first chapter, this basically goes through, I think, 10 minutes between Phasma being put in the trash compactor and her getting out of it, basically, and getting away.
So she does get out.
Yeah, she gets out. So again, one of my fears was that actually she dies, and the whole story was going to be like
that Kathleen Kennedy told you that, dude.
Huh?
You said that Kathleen Kennedy told you that.
Oh, I tell you what, she's a sneaky little one. She
lied to you.
She's trying to put me off the scent because she can't let me have all the.
She lied to us.
She lied. She lied.
So look. First of all, art is brilliant. The story I thought was good. So basically, you don't mind me giving you. I don't think it's a spoiler really.
Tell us what happens.
I don't mind. We want to know.
But basically, it starts off literally the bang of it is the comic is set in, as I said, in this moment in Force Awakens, and the first panel is. This is Captain Phasma recording notes of the final moments of the Starkiller base for further debrief. And so then it's like a countdown, and it's the only narrative in it is her report. And again, what this tells is a twisted version of what happened, where she's obviously falsifying the report and covering her own arse. And she basically talks about how, and again, the visuals that accompany it are so beautiful. They're really, really good. I can't recommend the art enough on this comic. But she basically talks about how she gets caught, and it's a bit of a joke in that she's saying her progress was repeatedly inhibited by explosions inside the base and the ramifications of said explosions. But the panel is her firing a gun in a trash compactor, and it obviously bouncing around like it did in Star Wars.
Right.
So there's some beautiful splash pages, but basically you see her falsify the reports so that she blanks out the fact that she was the one that put the shields down, and then she decides to frame somebody else and hunt on getting through the Starkiller base, trying to chase this person. She was about to shoot him in the head, but he managed to get out. I don't know why really, how he managed to get out, but he get out, and then she's following him through, and there's a real wicked scene when she basically shoots like a grappling thing out of her wrist, and then does a Batman-esque, and it's real, like her cape and everything's like Batman.
She has a grappling hook like Boba Fett.
Yeah, man. Cool. And so basically, she's like sliding along this rope, and she's looking like Batman in Detective 27. It's wicked. And then, and then basically, there's a bit when she's outside and she sees Kylo and Rey having a fight in the background. That's again really beautifully done. And basically, she follows this guy all the way to a secondary hangar, and she commandeers a TIE fighter, and it's got a BB-8 unit in there. Now we see a black BB-8 unit in the new film, don't we?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it's probably going to be this one. Has he got a more of a? Is this shape more like R5D4? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that could just be the design that he used there, but it straight away made me think. And also, obviously, they name who her TIE fighter pilot is, who she's commandeered. Just taken her off from the planet. And so again, I don't know whether that will come back. Whether this bloke, because again, what is he doing? Why is he not in the battle?
Yeah.
So, and basically that is it. I mean, it's not not the biggest story, but it just tells the story of how she got out of the trash compactor and got away, and firmly sets up that she definitely survived the Starkiller base. I guess the key bit for me is this is very true to the character that was deployed in the book. So
good continuity
so
there.
I'm starting to see that, you know, there might be more to his character than we've seen. So that is really, I mean, no, I haven't got much more to say on it, because I say the sort of promo image for the next issue has got her stood with the parked TIE fighter and her little TIE fighter bloke matey and some tentacles. So it looks like those raptor things.
Oh God.
But yeah, so look, it's a good start to the comic. It's got me a bit more interested, so I'm quite excited about that. Any thoughts or any questions?
That
my
sounds
friend?
good. I like that there's good continuity there with the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it gives me more hopes for the next film. I mean, the only film I'm disappointed in is obviously this is still very much. I mean, it's not set in the future, and that narrative isn't from the future, so we don't know what happens to her. And I would say the one thing, I would really like to see that she does go rogue from the First Order in the next film. I don't want her to be part of the First Order anymore.
Well, we've seen clips from the behind-the-scenes footage where she's leading some First Order stormtroopers, right? And she's got her spear, so we know it's from this movie.
Yeah, well, do we? Isn't it? It could have been flashback to when they raided the Jedi Temple.
Could be, yeah. I mean, apparently we're going to see much more of her in Episode 8. So,
mind you, from the book timeline, I think she only really joined the First Order 5 years before Force Awakens.
Right,
so she probably wasn't involved.
Disappeared 6 years ago.
Yeah, just about, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that's my comic review. I would read more. I've started reading Mace Windu. I haven't finished it. I was reading it on my train.
How's that going?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
well,
interesting.
It's definitely set in the Clone Wars. It's definitely the art's great. It's Dennis Cowan art, but I'm not sure about the story yet. To be honest, it's
who's the writer on that again?
Matt Owens. Actually, no, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that name either.
I mean, it's set after the Battle of Geonosis, effectively, and the beginning of it so far is Mace talking to some of the other Jedi Masters and not being particularly happy about their role in the new battle with the Republic.
It's just been it's just so weird that they're doing a Mace Windu book now.
Yeah.
Comic book now. Like, it's, unless it was set, like, unless he just have it that he didn't die. Because there's no reason he should die. Like, there's no reason why he should have died from that.
No, he could survive that.
He could
That's
survive
an
that,
easily. Yeah, that's such an easy thing to survive from.
Sam Jackson himself has said many times, look, bring me back with one hand.
I mean, I'm just quickly skimming through it now, obviously not having read it. It is literally a mission with him and Kit Fisto. So, I mean, there's nothing, like
it's
I say,
just a mission, right?
Revelatory about this.
Yeah,
it's just literally a story.
Mission.
And that almost seems like a bit of a pointless story.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It does. It's like, if you're gonna do it, a Mace Windu thing, then just have him come back. Like, y'all got control of this. Just have it be that he didn't die in the fall. You know, he did something else.
The cliffhanger on this episode, on this issue, is this mercenary droid for hire that looks badass. But so, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, it could. I wasn't sure it was going to be a twist that it would lead.
Man, he could have been in that Obi-Wan movie, man. I mean, it could set that sucker up.
That could be the story, though.
He could do some interesting stuff.
He could feel Obi-Wan's presence and go and rescue him from wherever he's been held for the past.
I mean, wouldn't that be something? Like, you could really do something with that. Like, that Obi-Wan story, I hope they really take a chance with that one. Like push him. This is a dude that lost so much, right?
Yeah.
So,
he
do
lost
something with that. Yeah.
And also it's quite sad that in New Hope how he sacrificed himself. Oh,
I think we've just lost Darrell.
Oh no!
Technical difficulties on the show there. I guess he might just dial back in or something.
He could
Let me see if I can add him back in. Sorry. Oh, here he is. I think he's back. Are you back, Darrell?
Yep, I'm
there
back.
You
Oh.
Just
had
hit
to step off.
that hang up button by accident, huh?
No, my the king's mother called.
Oh.
She's ready for her transport. So now I'm going back to transport my mother back to her empire.
Right.
So she'll be fine.
Back to the palace, huh?
Back to the palace with weapons.
The royal palace.
The royal palace where she can conquer tomorrow.
Well, look, we'll let you get going then. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, Darrell. You're more than welcome anytime you want to moan at us and give us beef and grief about.
Well, you know what? I'm going to get into the book. I would love to get into the books. Like when I'm going to audiobook these Star Wars books so I can catch up. Like, because I listen at work, right? So I've just been lazy with doing it. But I want to do that and catch up on some of those comics, and then we can really get into some.
That'd be great. And also, there's that new book coming out in about a week or two. The one with the anthology book, which from a certain point of view, that's really good.
That, yeah.
And the audio book has got so many brilliant actors on it doing the voices and stuff. So maybe that would be a really good start with that one.
That one is the one I'm most looking forward to.
Let's make a point to get on that. And of course, you guys are welcome to come on. Go check yourself. We record every Sunday.
Well, you're gonna have to, aren't you?
Yeah,
because you lost our footage.
I know. So we gotta have you come back, and so we can redeem ourselves.
Yeah, I think you wiped the tapes because you didn't want the evidence.
I don't know. I sent it to JK. I don't know what he did to it after I sent it. I don't know what happened to the file.
Probably painted on it or something. Anyway, brilliant. Darrell, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for joining us.
And we will speak to you soon, buddy.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
Take care.
Take care.
Take care.
So, right. There we go. So that was Darrell Taylor, who is the boss of the Taylor Network of Podcasts.
Yeah, what an amazing place. If you love podcasts and you love geek stuff and all the news and all the different things like Star Trek and TV shows when nothing's on and brilliant comic interviews with things like Double Page Spread and Sunday Comics. There's so many brilliant podcasts on that thing. You really need to, if you're not listening to this via the Taylor Network, then I would really recommend you get on there because it's amazing. And you can get it on iTunes, you can get it on Stitcher, on Google Play, get it in all the places you'd normally get podcasts. So give it a go. Yeah. But we are still the best one on there.
But we're still the best one on there, that's right. And if you wanted to find us, you can find us on Facebook on our group, which is Star Wars Conversations. Yes. You can find us on Twitter at Star Wars Conversations or use the hashtag Star Wars Conversations. Also the same for Instagram. Sorry, it's Star Wars Convo. I got that wrong.
Star Wars Convo is the hashtag.
Or hashtag Star Wars Convo. Same on Instagram. We're on Stitcher.
Facebook.
I said that already. The group is on Facebook.
Yeah.
iTunes, SoundCloud. Where else, Colin? All the other places where you can find podcasts, right?
I tell you what, if you've got a problem and if no one else can help, and if you can find them, then maybe you could hire the Star Wars Combo Team. Dun, 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 dun.
That's right, people. We're out for hire. No, that's not true. We're not. But you can find us everywhere. Colin's out for hire. You can do whatever you want with him. But there's a couple of other things as well. There's some conventions coming up. The Coventry Convention.
Yeah, man. So look, I am getting well excited. And actually, I got a bit confused because I thought it was this weekend, but it's not. It's next weekend. It's the weekend, the 1st of October, Sunday. Starts at 10 o'clock. Coventry at the Sports something place. It's the Sports Centre thing. I can't know what it's called. But it's in Coventry, and you'll find it if you look on the website, Coventry Comic Con something. You'll find it.
.co.uk.
Probably.
And then there's also on the 9th of December, there's SW40, which is the 40th anniversary Star Wars convention. It's also taking place, and that's going to be in Coventry. And there's going to be a whole bunch of actors from the Star Wars movies. We'll be there. There'll be actors from all Star Wars movies, and it's going to be the last appearance of David Prowse,
but if you want to see him before that,
Man and Darth Vader.
Yeah, if you want to see him before that, he is actually at the Coventry Comic Con as well, which I will be at.
So you can see him twice.
So hopefully no promises. Maybe I'll get to have a little interview with the old fella. Who knows?
And maybe if you go to it and you see Colin in his cardboard costume, he
Yeah.
might be willing to take a photo with you, and maybe he'll sign your boobs.
Yeah, especially if you're a man. Man boobs, I'm up for signing, as long as they're not too hairy. You know. I'll sign anything.
He's going to wish he never said that.
Right. Look, yeah, so that's going to be awesome. And also, there's a new announcement guest. Obviously, there's that Ursula from Superman 2, and there's also now the bald alien guy from the Star Trek films, you know, the one in the background with the big funny eyes, and he was also Gears of War, the bloke that did the mocap for that.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
Anyway, he's a big
Awesome.
old fellow. Anyway.
Yeah, cool. So I think that's it for this week. The other thing, before I go, you can find us both on Twitter. Colin is
at Captain Colin,
and I'm at Eagle Eye 1933. And that's it for this week, right, Colin? You done?
I don't want to go.
Got it, man. We've been rambling on for ages. People getting sick of hearing our voices. They've probably switched off by now anyway. So until next week.
Well, when Darrell went, everyone else probably went because he's so cool.
Yeah. So until next week.
Punch it, Chewie.
Boring conversation anyway.